welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be going over the new Charlotte Tilbury foundation. We're going to be doing a wear test. We're going to be reviewing it. So if that sounds great to you, please make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button, and ring the bell for notifications. And with that, let's just get right into it. So I have the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. This is my first time trying Charlotte Tilbury foundation. It's a little complicated. I do have the other ones, but right now my makeup collection's not whole. I move around a lot. A lot of my collection is still in the States, whereas I moved overseas. So this is my first time trying this brand. It's supposed to have undetectable coverage. It's supposed to reduce the appearance of pores and even skin tone. So we're gonna test that out. I did have a little bit of trouble picking my shade out. I got 4N. I kind of went with what other YouTubers that I watch have similar skin tones than me. I'm a little bit afraid that's gonna be a tad dark, but if it is, I think it'll be my summer shade at least. So it is what it is. All right, so let's just pump this out. We're gonna do half the face with a brush and half with a sponge. I do normally just use a sponge for everything. It's just quicker, it's less tools. I know I mentioned this 1,000 times, but I travel around a lot. The less things when I'm traveling for short periods, the better. A lot does come out with this, so hopefully we don't have to use too many pumps. The shade actually doesn't look terrible, so we will see. I'm gonna have to take my glasses off, and I'm sorry if you see the reflection of the lights in my glasses, but it is imperative for me to see. So I'm gonna work this into the brush a little bit. I am using a Sonia G Jumbo Base Brush for half. The shade is not terrible, maybe like a smidge dark, but wearing a hoodie, so all is good. I think if I had gone lighter, it would have been too light. All right, so on the brush side, can't really say it reduced the appearance of my pores. I feel like they're still there. I did moisturize and prime beforehand. I used a really good moisturizer, and then I used my Benefit Porefessional just on my pores. I am 32. I have normal skin, but I do have enlarged pores just on my cheek, a little on my forehead and my chin, but mostly right here on my cheek is kind of where I notice the pores the most. And that's just my biggest skin concern, I guess. I'm pretty happy with my skin other than that. I did struggle a lot as a kid or as a teenager and young adult, but for the most part, right now I'm happy. I just feel like for the foundation I thought it was gonna be a little bit more sheer. I know it says medium buildable. I guess I was expecting more of a skin tint just based off the bottle, and the other foundations that she has are definitely more full coverage. So I thought this was gonna be more of a sheer tint. It's a little bit more medium to me. So I did use a full pump on this half, and it looks like I'm gonna use a full pump on this half. That could also be the problem. I usually only use a pump or a pump and a half. I really don't use a lot of foundation. I just try and spread it out. I have a small face, so I'm told, so that's why I don't use as much foundation. Yeah, the beauty sponge side just looks better. I just think this is a preference thing for me. I'm gonna go over this side, try and like soak up some of the product. Okay, so after going over it with the sponge on the brush side, it's definitely a lot better. I can't say that my pores are completely blurred out. Put on a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And then after that, we'll powder and just see if the pores look a little bit better with that. All right, so let's just put on the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finishing. What is this? The Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I have the shade 1. I'm just gonna set my eyes with this and around my pores, just kind of see if that helps the pores a little bit. I don't know how much that helped. Usually this powder is my go-to powder. I mean, you can see I've almost used this up. Actually, I feel like blurs a little bit more than this. I need the bigger mirror. I am not blessed with great vision. I'm just afraid that once I put powder on top of this, it's gonna look really powdery. But I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup. It's gonna be really light today. I don't have a lot of plans, gonna be around at home, so I'm not gonna do anything super crazy, pretty light, and then we'll check back in. Okay, so I'm back. I have the rest of my makeup on. I did just set the rest of my face with the Hourglass powder. I did use the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And then I also use the Colourpop Lunch Money, and then that's what I just put in my eyeshadow. So I put the bronzer in the crease, the highlighter on the lid, and then I use the Ciate blush in Date Night. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if they sell it anymore, but it's amazing. Then I just put a nude liner on my bottom lashes, and I tight lined with a brown liner and finished off with mascara. So pretty simple. Now looking at it with my glasses on, that always is a little bit easier. I do like the finished look. It's just a tad makeup-y for me, for my preferences. This is definitely like something where I want people to know I'm wearing makeup. I'm putting light makeup on today, so normally on those days, I wouldn't want someone to necessarily know I have everything on, you know, primer, foundation, the whole works. So it's a little bit makeup-y, like I said. You can still see my pores. They're actually more visible than I would like than with other foundations. So it's interesting to me that they advertise that it reduces the appearance of pores. It does say that it has skincare ingredients, so over time it's supposed to look better with every wear. I don't know, not super loving it right now. We will do kind of just a short video outside in natural light in maybe like an hour or two. I have some chores to do outside with the animals that I'm taking care of. We'll do a 6-hour check-in. I'll insert in some swatches into this video so you can kind of just see where 4N lines up with some of my other foundations that I have in case you're also struggling finding your correct shade. So currently right now it's around 11:30 a.m. We'll do a 6-hour check-in or so, and I will give you my final thoughts then. All right, guys, it's been about 2 hours now. It's about 1:30. Just kind of like a check-in in sunlight outside. It's pretty nice today. It's about 42, which is cold for me, but I'm sure very nice. At least the sun is out. Foundation is still, you can definitely tell, it's just looking like powdery. Granted, I did powder, but I just feel like it's emphasizing texture a lot, especially just on my cheek. Chin looks okay. Forehead, I mean, forehead's okay. Sorry, you can hear my dogs. They're playing. Okay, so we'll do another check-in in about 4 hours or so, doing a 6-hour check-in. Kind of see how the foundation wore till then. I have a lot more stuff to do outside. My mom comes back soon, so kind of just need to clean everything up a little bit, get everything ready for her. I'll just maybe insert some shots in of the animals here because I love them and they're cute. Here's my dog playing with her ball. She's trying to get the other dog to chase her. So yeah, I will see you guys in about 4 hours or so. Carlito, want some bread? Come here. Hey everyone, so it is now almost 6:30, 6:20. I'm an hour late, so it's a little bit darker outside. I just finished with everything. Sorry, you just have the little porch light on. So it's been 7 hours instead of 6, but probably better, right? The foundation is looking shiny. It's not my favorite. I really thought I wasn't as particular with foundations, but this is now like the second foundation that I'm just not super in love with. It's all right. I just feel like it looks more makeup-y than it was intended to. And I guess my biggest problem with it is that it advertised it would minimize the appearance of pores, and it's just not doing that for me. Just in my cheek area, it just really is emphasizing all my texture and all my enlarged pores. So I would wear this one again. This is just not an everyday foundation that I could just rely on after 7 hours being this shiny. I just feel like there's better ones out there that last longer, that don't just kind of wear off as fast. Also, like, it's not just shiny, it like is just sliding down. It's just not very natural. It's not just sinking into my skin, I guess is the best way. It's sitting on top of my skin, sitting on top of the pores, and that's really all I have to say about it. We'll maybe do like a ranking video after I've kind of reviewed some of foundations a little bit more, since this is my second one, and kind of just see where this one lands. I do like the shade match. I think the shades are great. Chose shade 4 neutral. I think the neutral shade is neutral. It wasn't too yellow, but that's as far as it goes. I like the packaging. I like that it's in a little, you know, tube with a pump. It's easy to travel with. It's lightweight. I do like all of those things. This is just not as lightweight as I was wanting it to be, as flawless, I guess. I like a lot of Charlotte Tilbury products. I think her branding and aesthetic just is really glamorous, but like understated, and I'm not getting that from this. So that's where we're at with this one. If you enjoy foundation reviews, make sure you just hit the subscribe button. Sorry, you're seeing a little shadow there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video to kind of push it out a little bit more. I'm just starting out. And that's all I have to say, guys. We'll see you in the next one.